completed his PhD in education from the University of Regina, where he focused on Cree culture and science. In 1998, he completed his Master's of Education from the University of British Columbia. He's also completed courses in education psychology and special education. In 1990, Dr. Michel achieved his Bachelor of Arts in Sociology from the University of Winnipeg. Dr. Michel is currently an external consultant for the Prince Albert Grand Council. So with that, please give him a hand, Dr. Michel.
Good evening. Thanks, Dale, for the introduction. I'm happy to be here this evening. It gives me great pleasure to be your keynote speaker this evening. Welcome to the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations Science Fair. It's great, to see so many young people coming out after everything that we've gone through with COVID. And I'm slowly starting to come out of my household and touching the world. And I've met quite a few people this evening, people that I haven't seen for a very long time, friends. And so we were talking about 100 miles a minute, trying to catch up on things that we have done in the past few years. I live in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Treaty 6 territory. And first, I'd like to acknowledge the elders that are here this evening, the leaders and the teachers and the chaperones that are here with us this evening. You know that First Nations youth are the fastest growing population in Saskatchewan. And within maybe 20 years from now, the whole province of Saskatchewan will be Aboriginal. So science fairs like this are really important for our youth. We have a very high underrepresentation of First Nations people in appear and applied science careers. And this is the reason why we are here this evening, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the FSIN STEM program. So I first got involved with the science area way back, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was a professor at First Nations University of Canada. And I had finished my PhD in education. And I had focused my attention on Cree culture and science. And I came across some very important literature that looked at this area in education. They were doing a lot of this stuff in the United States. And so I thought to myself, well, we need to do more of this kind of thing in Canada, because we need our own First Nations scientists. And so I really want to thank the FSIN STEM outreach team for organizing this gathering. And I want to thank all of the youth who are here participating this year. And I want to acknowledge all the people that have supported them throughout their journey, because we really need a very strong community support for our youth today. They face a lot of challenges. We all know that. And but we're here tonight and today and tomorrow to support their career aspirations. And so the FSIN outreach, STEM outreach team, they're here this evening, and they do a lot of work within the province of Saskatchewan. And they go out right into the communities to do science workshops and working with science teachers, because we need a lot of help in our schools. As you know, we've been publicly underfunded for a very long time, which has affected our ability to provide quality science education in our schools. And things have improved a lot in the past few years, but we still have a lot of work to do. And so right now I'm working with the FSIN STEM Outreach Office with Dale Worm to promote the pure and applied sciences in our communities. I want to say a big thank you to all the funders for this work that is happening, including the science fair, because without the extra help, we wouldn't be able to hold things like this for our youth. So a big thank you to all our funders. Let's give a round of applause to the FSIN STEM team. If you want to stand up, Dale Worm is the head person of the STEM outreach team at FSIN. Dawn Pratt. Barry Shingus. And Ian Worm. Thank you for all the work that you have done in the past several years in Saskatchewan. I remember way back about, it might be 15 years now, when I was involved in these science camps in Saskatchewan. We were doing these at First Nations University of Canada, and then FSIN took over and it expanded and enhanced the program. They're able to do province-wide work with our youth and also our science teachers. So every year, the outreach team is surprised by the projects that you see in the back over there, those displays. These are really creative, innovative projects, things that you would never, ever think about when we are thinking about science and bridging that science with Indigenous ways of knowing. I see a lot of that today, and I was actually quite surprised. And I'm really happy that the kids are doing this work, because that's what we need to do. We need to bridge Indigenous ways of knowing and Western science. It's a coming together time. We face a lot of challenges in this world today that requires a blending of knowledges. And we've always had our own First Nations knowledge systems in pre-contact times, and they're still very, very, very important today. We face things like climate change that requires not only scientific knowledge, but also the wisdom from our elders, our knowledge keepers, and our traditional land users. And so I'm amazed by what I've seen today. And there's a lot of work that goes into creating these displays. There's a lot of creativity involved. There's a lot of art involved. And we're beginning to see a lot more of that in STEM. And it's a blending of knowledges. And so yeah, awesome work. Thank you to the youth, for all their work. So there is a big demand for our for First Nation scientists, and we require, we have so many environmental problems right now in our communities. I know as an external consultant for the Prince Albert Grand Council, we always get these requests from the federal government to, to be involved in environment-related projects, things that look at the land and waters, and also the resources. And the big thing is climate change. And we also need scientists in the technology area. This generation is very technology oriented, and you see little kids with devices on them, and they know how to operate those things better than me, and I'm over 50 years old. And so I think we're okay in the area of technology, but we live in a technological world. We live in a globalization, and that requires us to communicate with the rest of the world. And of course, communication is also very important in our communities as we rebuild our nations in the aftermath of residential schools and colonization. Communication is a huge thing. And we also need our own engineers. We have, as we're building our communities, we need our own people to build those infrastructures within our communities. And so we need our own engineers in different areas. The health field is huge. We need our own doctors and lawyers. And I have my friend here this evening, Val. Did you want to stand up, from the University of Saskatchewan? Dr. Val Arnaud. She doing some really wonderful work at the University of Saskatchewan, trying to recruit more of our people to become doctors and nurses. We have a lot of problems in the health field right now. We hear it in the news all the time, things around systemic racism, for instance. And one of the things that I'm involved with right now as a researcher is, the integration of traditional medicines into the health service delivery system. Our people have always relied on our own medicines from the forest and the bush. And our people are still doing that. And yet, we're not allowed to do those things in the hospitals. And of course, traditional foods and traditional medicines go hand in hand. And so we need to do more work in that area. Our people are demanding a full range of health programs and services, including from our own cultures. We've had powerful medicines in our communities, but our medicines are also being destroyed by resource extraction activities. And a lot of things, especially in the north, we have a lot of mining industry that happens in the north. So there's a need to balance resource extraction activities with taking better care of the environment. We are stewards of the land. That is our responsibility as First Nations people. It is our sacred responsibility to look after our lands and waters that we depend on for survival. We need our own biologists. We need our own chemists. We need our own physics experts. We need our own astronomers. I hope for the day that I'll see our own people walking the moon and going up in space and flying those space aircrafts and becoming engineers of aircrafts like we've seen today in one of those demonstrations. You know, there's a lot of, so many opportunities out there. You know, one of the other things too is the whole area of robotics. Children and youth, they just love that stuff. They love being creative. They like building things. And robotics is going to be one of the most interesting fields as we move forward into the future. So we need scientists in the mining industry. We need people with a science background in the forest industry, in the agricultural industry, and in the trade sector as well. You know, you need science, and especially mathematics, if you're going to go into construction careers, if you want to become an electrician and a plumber and all those things. You need a science background. So all of this is about rebuilding our communities, rebuilding our nations the way that we want to rebuild them. We were self-sufficient way back. And within a very short period of time after residential schools closed down, we have revived. We are doing groundbreaking stuff in our communities. We've developed capacity. We have a lot of teachers, you know, we have a lot of administrators. We have doctors and nurses. You know, we have healthcare workers. We have people in our communities that are very educated now. And we need to build on those strengths. And certainly we have a lot of work still to do in our communities. Healing does not happen overnight. And but we're getting there. You know, we're seeing the successes. We have the role models right within this room. Even the young people that are out here, you know, that are budding scientists, you are role models for other young people that are looking at you right now from your community. That's so awesome to see. So I come from a very humble beginning. I didn't have all the perks that people have today. I've come from a very small community. I was privileged to be a trapper kid. Both of my parents were trappers. They could hardly speak English. We didn't have no electricity. We didn't have no fridge. We didn't have no stove. Well, we had a stove. We didn't have no running water. You know, I lived in a one-room trapper cabin with my parents and my siblings. And I was also educated in a one-room schoolhouse. Just a very basic, but I loved school as a kid. I was always the first one there. I even went to school on Saturdays thinking it was like a weekday, you know, and I loved the smell of chalk. I loved the smell of pencils. I loved the smell of eraser. I ate erasers, you know. And I loved reading, you know. As a kid, we didn't have very many books in that one-room schoolhouse. You know where I found my books? In the community dump. I remember as a 5-year-old kid going to the community dump and foraging through the dump, looking for books. And I found a stack of National Geographic magazines, and I put them in my little sled, and I took them home. And under those lamps that you have there, that's what we had. And in the wee hours, I would look through those glossy National Geographic pages, and I thought to myself, you know what, there's a world out there. There's people out there that I don't know. And I thought to myself back then, you know, when I get older, I'm gonna leave this community and I'm gonna travel the world and I'm gonna meet people from all walks of life. That was what was going on in my mind as a 5-year-old child. And so, you know, I would be up late at night and I would read. You know, I learned to read very early. And I think that was one of the reasons why I became a writer. I write books. I've got maybe 12, I lost count. I got a new one coming out on Northern storytelling methodologies. But I've written books on residential school. I've written books on reconciliation. I've written a book on land-based education. You know, I've written numerous articles on the importance of science education in First Nations schools. But that's where I grew up. Very small, semi-remote community in northern Saskatchewan. And so very humble beginnings. And so from a little boy that rummaged the community dump to get his books, I now have a PhD in education. So, and the reason why I share this with you young people is because if I could do it, if I could do it from a person that comes from way up north with very limited of anything, you can make a difference in this world. So I have a mixed heritage. My father was Woodland Cree. He came from Pelican Narrow, Saskatchewan, the Michelles. And he took treaty up in Brochet, up in the northern part of Reindeer Lake, which is on the Manitoba side, that tip of the lake. And we spoke the Woodland Cree language in my household. My dad was also Denny. And back then, trappers were able to speak multiple languages. And this is really important because now we have the Indigenous Languages Act in Canada. And it was just recently put into place, a couple of years now. And it's a huge thing for me because my culture and my language are inseparable. And the revitalization of our First Nations cultures have to be parallel with the revitalization of our First Nations languages. Really, really important. And so in the Woodland Cree culture, we're very big on land-based approaches to everything. You notice now across Canada, there's a land-based education movement. For me, it's not a movement. It's not a trend for me. We did this since time immemorial. Our cultures, our worldview, our knowledge system, our language, our ceremonies, our traditional value system, our songs and our dances, our prayers, Our day-to-day activities are all rooted in the lands and the waters that we occupy. That is the reason why land-based education is a critical and most essential thing that we can do now. When the residential schools closed down, the elders said, we need to go back to the land. And I always wondered what they meant until it clicked one day. That's where everything is. Everything about who I am as a Woodland Cree person is rooted in the lands where I come from. I carry that blood memory in my psyche. I carry my languages with me wherever I go in life. I could be living in a big city, which I've done most of my life to get a university education. I always carry my memories with me. Wherever I go, my memories of being out on the land. So today, when we do science education in the schools, I teach teachers how to teach. I teach them to remember back, especially the older ones that had the privilege of doing land-based stuff in their communities. Because once they start to remember back, they can link what they're teaching in science education and combine it with their First Nations ways of doing things, our First Nations ways of being. So it's about a remembering back, and it's a lot of work, and we expect teachers to do that. And so this past year, I've been doing quite a bit of professional development workshops across Canada with teachers on science education and land-based approaches, because it's really important. We need to have those things behind us as we move forward into the future. And so that is one of the things that we share with Indigenous peoples around the world. We may have different types of cultural practices, but we share a very strong relationship with the land. We also have a shared worldview with Indigenous peoples around the world. We also have a shared history of assimilation, colonization, and residential schools. Residential schools are a worldwide event. Even European children went to residential schools, and they suffered horrific abuses as well. And so we have that shared history. We also have a shared vision of self-determination. We have that vision, we have that shared vision, and here we are today. We're working with the youth. We're inspiring them, and we're motivating them to be the best that they can be, to flourish. So our Cree ways of knowing are learned on the land and with the land. We know from our elders that when you harm one part of the environment, it has impacts in the animal and plant worlds. That's what our elders tell us. We took care of the earth. That is our job. So in the Woodland Cree culture, our lives revolve around hunting, fishing, trapping, and gathering. And we did certain things at certain times of the year. This is where our Cree knowledge system comes from. There is science hidden in our culture. There is science involved when you make a fire, when you build a shelter, when you gather foods and medicines. So there's a reason why we hold science fairs. We know that we have young, brilliant minds like yours that can show us what it means to be a First Nations scientist. Because you are. Today and tomorrow, you will show us what that means. And I've seen the judges going around the displays today, and it was exciting to see. Because I think all those displays deserve an A+, in my mind, as an educator. So when we come together like this, it gives us a chance to see what other young people are doing around science. We get great ideas by seeing other people's displays and how they are made and what they are all about. So I always ask, share this with young people in gatherings like this. And I always say, take the time to learn. Take the time to think deeply. Take the time to make connections. Take the time to talk with one another. Take the time to share. Make friends and team up on science projects you may want to try out next time when you have science fairs like this. I understand there's a Canada Science Fair coming up. There's all sorts of science fairs across the country. And so, what I've seen today, very innovative, very creative. This is what we like to see. And I've seen the young people doing their presentations are very professional. I just love to see that. So there is a big demand for First Nations scientists, as I said before. And so in this science fair, we want you to think about STEM. STEM meaning science, technology, environment, and mathematics. Because the earlier that you decide, the earlier you can start planning on what kind of courses you need to take in high school. There's so many jobs out there in sciences. And so, so I'm just gonna, I only have a couple more slides. So did you know that we had science in First Nations cultures? We had our own knowledge systems. We had our own ways of knowing and surviving on the land. We did investigations. We observed. We explored. We experimented. We tried out things through trial and error. We did all of those things. That's what scientists do today. No difference. Maybe a different language, but we did those things. So we have a strong relationship with the land and the natural world as First Nations people. And there are similarities between Indigenous knowledge and Western science. There are also major differences, and that is where you need to focus on the science projects. What are those differences? Show us. Tell the world. Share with the world. Let's raise up the profile of our Indigenous knowledge systems because they're really important today. So we're dealing with a lot of things in our communities that require science and technology related knowledge and skills. Climate change is one of the biggest areas that requires science knowledge and the knowledge from our traditional land users. We need science knowledge that is linked to all of the forest fires. We're heading into the forest fire season. And I remember last year it was really dry out there in northern Saskatchewan. We had fires flaring up all over and lots of them. We need science to mitigate. We need our elders and our knowledge keepers to help scientists. What is it that we're doing to our planet that makes us experience all these wild fires that are going on? Weird weather. And so we need science knowledge and indigenous knowledge to be able to take care of our traditional territories, in a nutshell. So we need our own scientists. One of the things that is really important if you're thinking of going into sciences is mathematics. Mathematics is the gateway subject to the pure and applied sciences. If you're a parent, support your kids around math learning. It's really important. And yeah, so you need math, and you also need reading and writing. Because scientists do reports. They need to read, and they need to know how to write. So the mathematics and the reading and writing are really important areas as you prepare to go into the pure and applied sciences at the university level or even at the college level. So mathematics, remember, help your children, support them. And so we're very descriptive as First Nations people. We describe everything to the detail. I'm a writer. I notice every little detail of wherever I go. I try to describe everything, through the words, through my writing. That's how we are as First Nations people. We're very visually oriented. We're very descriptive. We know those things. We know how to do those things very good. So we're like scientists. We observe, scientists observe things for long periods of time. And we did those things. So I heard somebody say dream big this morning. Yeah, those are my words too. I always say to the young people, dream big, work hard. We're very hard workers as First Nations people. That's how we survived all these years. You can do anything you want with your life. You have total control over your life. Live your life to the fullest. You came into this world as medicine. You have a purpose. You have a role and a responsibility to play on this planet. When you succeed, you become medicine for others. You will be a role model for those that come after you. So develop a vision. You decide for yourself where you want to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. Where do you see yourself? How do you want to live your life? What do you see yourself doing? Where will you live? What kind of car or truck will you be driving? How will you earn a living? Think about those things. I know, and I'm talking to the youth, that you have a fire inside your heart. You have a desire. You have an idea. You may already know. What is that flame that flickers in your heart when someone asks you, what do you want to do with your life? Then build on that. And there will be teachers and guides that will show up on your path when you need them. It's really all up to you. Nothing can stop you once you make up your mind to enter the sciences. We are hard workers. We are taught from our parents, from our aunties, from our uncles, and our grandparents. We can look after our own families if we have a good education. It's just like building a cabin in the wilderness. You have to lay the foundation down first. You have to have a vision of what your cabin will look like. You learn to build that foundation by going to science fairs to learn new ideas. And once you have that foundation, you plan out the number of logs you will need to make this a reality. Each log represents something. One log represents the science courses you need in high school to get into a university science program or a college science program. Another log could be gaining work experience in a place where you can advance your science knowledge and skills. Another log could be mentoring under a scientist, doing a project in your community. Another log could be getting involved in science-related projects that are happening in your community. Each of the logs contributes to the whole of the cabin. Earning a science degree is like putting that roof over your cabin. What you do inside your cabin is about taking everything you know from your home life, your experiences, your education, your skills, and your entire knowledge base, and doing something that will benefit people, regardless of who they are and where they come from. You are the next generation of scientists that will make a difference in this world. You are the architect of what you want changed in this world. Go out there and make discoveries for us. I want to end this evening with my talk on a story. Very short story. I'm just gonna. And I came across the story way back. And this was a huge United Nations gathering that was happening in New York City in 1995. And a lot of indigenous peoples attended this United Nations gathering there. And one of them was an elder called Phil Lane Jr. Many of you might know him. But I came across his work. I've also met him in person. And at this gathering, he was talking about having had this conversation with his grandfather that came from Standing Rock Sioux Reservation in South Dakota. And so he was telling this story, and he says, well, he asked my grandfather, to explain to him what ecology was all about. Well, my grandfather said, we have educational institutions now where you can go study books and talk and learn about life. Some people attend these institutions for many years. After they have read enough books, written about what they have read about, and talked about what they have written about, they become doctors of life. These doctors then get jobs where they earn a lot of money, sometimes, so they can talk and study more. And they also have, and he said, they also have machines that look at things that are real small and make them look big. And other machines that look at things far away and make them look close. They even put different materials in containers and they pour them back and forth so they can find out more about Mother Earth. Anyway, this old man said, anyway, they spent great amounts of money and studied Mother Earth for many, many years. And they've recently made a new discovery. They found out that everything is interrelated. They found out that when you pollute the air, which all living things breathe, and pollute the water, which all living things drink, you pollute all living things. What do you think about that? That old man said. That old man smiled knowingly and shook his head. I was wondering when they would get around to that. Just look what they do to Mother Earth. We cut her hair where it should not be cut. And we rip up her skin where it should not be ripped up. Then we drill holes inside her and suck all of her blood out and put things inside of her and blow her bones up. He then looked deeply into the eyes of my grandfather and shook his finger. And what would happen if you did that to your own mother? She would die. And that is exactly what is going to happen to all of us if we don't learn to respect and understand the spirit and the teachings of our sacred mother. Thank you very much for listening to me.
So once again, let's round of applause for Dr. Michelle. It's a very amazing story and beautiful story that he has. Very inspiring for all of us here, and definitely is for me. And I'm grateful that my daughters are here to hear him speak. And on behalf of STEM team and FSIN, a gift for you and for sharing your story. Yeah, just like you said, you build your cabin log by log, and just you design your home the way you want to design it, but take on those interests that you have, and you build yourself up just as you would with your cabin log by log. And inside you decorate it with all the interests that you have, and you take on those accomplishments, you achieve everything that you have, that you want to take on. So again, thank you, Mr. Michelle, for your story and for being part of our life today. Next, I'll call on our entertainment here, Mr. Gonzalez, and he was going to do a magic show for us.
Yeah, I'll move that. It's about back this way. Okay. Thank you. Maybe right there would be perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. How's everybody's evening so far? That's good. So I'll be calling up audience members. So if you want to come up, just a show of hands, just so I have a general idea of who would be willing to come up for some magic tricks. Okay, perfect, perfect. Even if your hand's down, I'll probably point to you if you're close as well. So just for ease here. But I'm gonna lay these out here right now. Okay. So who here is a big fan of math? Kind of an odd question. Do one of you guys want to come up here for the trick? Does anybody at the table behind them want to come up for a trick? Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Everyone give them a round of applause. I know it's nerve-wracking coming up for things, and especially for a magic trick. Because if I mess up, then it's very awkward. Awesome. Hello, what's your name? Destiny. Destiny, nice to meet you. Everyone give Destiny a round of applause again. Awesome. So Destiny, what we're going to do is we're going to use the calculator here, and just so that way you guys can see as well. And could you give me just like a single digit number? So basically a number between 1 and 10. 8? Okay, perfect. You can come over here and you can just put 8 into the calculator. Awesome. And hit times. Perfect. And then would you be able to give me a 2-digit number? Yeah, sure, yeah. 18? Do you want to put times 18? Yep, perfect. So 144. Do you want to hit times again? Perfect. And do you want to choose somebody to yell out a number? 29? Okay, awesome. Do you want to type in 29? And hit equals. So 4,176 so far. So here we'll hit times again here. And do you want to give me a big number? A large number?
How many digits?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Like thousands, hundreds.
1,000, sure.
All right, 3,178.
3,178. Okay, we'll go times. And then do you want to, I'll pick one more person actually. Would you like to give me any number? 100? Okay, and we'll go 100. And do you want to just hit equals there? Perfect. So 427,346,159. I don't really even want to try to pronounce that. So 427,346,159, right? You guys are probably thinking this guy came here to do math. Do you want to turn over that first card? So 4, right? And 4? Maybe. So 2, maybe. 2. Maybe a 3 or a 7, sorry. 4, 2, 7. And then maybe a 3, hopefully. Maybe a 4 now. Maybe a 6. Hopefully an ace for the 1. Maybe a 5 as well. And hopefully a 9. Awesome. Everyone give Destiny a round of applause. Thank you so much. Awesome. We'll get rid of these. All right. Would I be able to get another volunteer for, I think I saw a hand over. Yeah, perfect. You could come up here. a bit of a walk, but yeah, you can come up. Everyone give them a round of applause as well. And what's your name? Pardon? Shakira. Nice to meet you. Everyone give Shakira a round of applause. Here, do you want to come stand over here? So are you familiar with how a new deck of cards looks?
Mm-hmm.
So there's red tape that goes along the front, just so that way you guys can see too. Red tape that goes along the front and red tape that goes along the back. Do you want to hold your hand out just like this? Perfect. Maybe come over here a bit more, and I'll switch spots with you too. So here, do you want to put your hand on top there? On top of the deck? Awesome. Do you have a good imagination? No? We're going to have to try to have a bit of a good one. I want you to pretend like there's an invisible deck on top of your hand, okay? And I want you to pretend like you're balancing that invisible deck, okay? Are you familiar with like the colors in a deck? So like red and black? If you had the option to remove from this invisible deck, which color would you remove, red or black? Red? Are you sure? Or do you want to change your mind? You're sure? Okay, so we'll open up the invisible deck and we'll take out the red cards, okay? So that gives me hearts and diamonds, right? Now, which ones do you want me to lay onto the table, the hearts or diamonds? The diamonds, are you sure? Or do you want to change your mind? You sure? Okay, so we'll leave the diamonds on the table there, and that leaves me with the hearts now, right? Or leaves us with the hearts, correct? So are you familiar with like the numbered cards? So like ace through 10. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then jack, queen, king as face cards. So I'm going to put the numbered cards in one pile here and the face cards in one pile here of the hearts. Which ones do you want me to magically toss into the air? The numbered or the face? The numbered? Okay, are you sure? Okay, look, so we use some magic. We take the numbered cards, we pop them in the air, make them disappear. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they all vanish. It's my best trick. I made 10 cards disappear. So that leaves us with jack, queen, and king of hearts, right? I take 2. Which ones do I take out of the jack, queen, and king? Pardon? The queen? Do you want the queen? Okay, so we'll take the queen of hearts. And here's where the imagination comes into play. So we're going to take the queen of hearts and we're going to tear it up a little tiny bit. And then we're going to use some fire. We're going to burn the queen of hearts a little tiny bit. So every decision that you made led to me holding the queen of hearts, correct? Here, I'm just going to drop it. And now I want you to pretend like that card is going through the deck and pushing the real queen of hearts out and lighting it on fire and tearing it and pushing it out onto the other side. Do you want to turn the deck over? Do you want to show everybody? You can open it up if you want. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome. Who wants to come up for the next one? Would you like to come up? Perfect. And what's your name?
Ian.
Ian, nice to meet you.
This is Julie.
Hey, Julie. Everyone give Julie a round of applause. Okay. So, are you guys familiar with dad jokes?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna like this trick then. This is kind of like a dad trick.
Okay.
So it uses fire. So I have a pack of matches here. I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to see the pack of matches, but you could verify that there's matches in there, right? So here, look, we're gonna take one of the matches out, and then we're just going to definitely don't recommend. Do you want to open up your hand? Do you want to open up the matches?
Whoa. The burnt one is in here.
Kind of interesting, hey?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. But here, we're gonna try it again, but this time you're gonna hold the matches, okay? Could you hold your hand like this, just like this? Perfect. And put your other hand on top and hold tight this time. Make sure I cannot get to it, okay? And then you're gonna help me out too, okay? You're just gonna tell me when to stop. Right there? Perfect. And tell me when to stop again. Right there? Perfect. So we're gonna take the first card face down as your card, okay? So I'll show you guys it. I'll show everybody else. I'll try not to look at it. You have it memorized?
Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll put it just right back in the deck. So you're gonna help me out with this. That's the reason I'm getting you to hold them this time. Are you comfortable with lighting a match?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna light a match, and the smoke will hopefully show your card. Hopefully. Do you want to just lift up your hand?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that the card?
That's the card. Ace of hearts.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. You can keep this if you want. Cool little souvenir. Okay, so does anyone here have like a fear of like eyeballs, I guess, like people touching their eyeballs, or does anybody here have that? Does someone have a cell phone and is comfortable taking a selfie video? Anybody? Someone's pointing at someone at that table. Do one of you guys have a cell phone? Perfect. Whoever said I do, you could come up. Perfect. And here, we'll move this back a bit. Hello, nice to meet you. What's your name? Karis. Nice to meet you. Everyone give Karis a hand. And you said you have a cell phone? Okay, perfect. So this trick is a bit of a weird one. It uses thread, obviously. Okay, and here, I'm gonna start tearing up the pieces. And here, we can go to the front here just so people can see better. And do you want to come around here too? And do you want to pull out your cell phone? And just go to the selfie mode on it. Perfect. I think these pieces should work. So we're gonna take these pieces and just roll them up into a little ball here. A lot hard to do with one hand than than it seems. So we'll roll them up into a little ball, and then we're just going to stick it as best as possible onto the string here. Perfect. And do you have the selfie mode open?
Yeah.
Perfect. So one thing that's really cool with this string in particular, I guess, is when we stick the ball, it stays a little bit, but if we spin it a little bit, the pieces actually start to go back together until it is a full string again. So not that impressive, I guess, but I think the impressive part comes now. Are you guys familiar with, I don't know if how long ago it was, but there was that trick that people used to do with spaghetti where they would like put it in their nose and then like have it go out their mouth. Any of you guys familiar with that? Super weird. So I think this might
No, I'm good.
Definitely don't recommend that one. Ooh. Definitely a bit of a tearjerker. All right. Sorry, I have eye drops for after that one. Ooh, I hate the eye drops more than the actual thing. Okay, perfect. So, does anyone have a cell phone and they're comfortable with like going to Google? Anyone that's close, I guess. Okay, I'll point to people, and if you have a cell phone and are comfortable with coming up, then does anyone at this table have a cell phone that would like to come up? Oh yeah. Hello.
Hi.
And your name's Rhonda?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Rhonda. Perfect. Okay, so is it okay if I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Do you have a? Here we go. Oh. Do you have like? Could you go to your web browser? I guess. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. So hopefully this one works. Regular deck. Could you take those and could you just give them a really good shuffle? And as you shuffle, I'm going to go to a website where I have a bunch of photos. Images google.com/a/chances random album. Hopefully that's the name of it. Perfect. So just has a bunch of random photos. I'd be willing to bet there's about 52 different photos in here. So I'm going to select one of these photos, okay? And then could you spread the deck face up? I'll go with that one. Perfect. And could you just push out one of the cards? Don't even say the name of the card out loud. Just push one out, whichever one you would like. That one there, are you absolutely sure, or would you like to change your mind?
No, I'll stick with that one.
You're going to stick with that one? Okay. So on the back of every single card, I actually wrote a word. So this one says glasses. This one says Saturn. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through all of them. This one says plane. But yeah, back of every single card, there's a word. You pushed out whatever cards you want to, correct?
Yeah.
Do you want to show everybody the card that you pushed out? Perfect. And on the back, there's a word on that one too, right?
Yeah.
What's the word?
Apple.
Apple. Do you want to turn over your phone? But it's funny you said that. You are wondering what would happen if you change your mind, right? Do you want to close your eyes and just start swiping? I guess you can look first just to know where your thumb should go to start swiping. And just start swiping on the photos and close your eyes and keep swiping. And then when you feel like you're on a photo that you like, just put your phone face down. Perfect. So just close your eyes. Awesome. And I won't look either. And then when you feel like you're at a photo you like, just put it face down onto the table. Perfect. And now you get to change your mind. instead of the 2 of hearts, we actually won't use the ones that use it as an example, but you can push out another card if you would like, whichever one you would like. That one right there. And are you absolutely sure? Okay. No changing your mind? Okay. So thankfully you don't have to go through the spiel of all the words on the back again. Do you want to show everybody the cards you chose?
Stop 5 of hearts.
Perfect. And do you want to just read what's on the back?
A bird.
Bird?
Bird.
Do you want to turn your phone?
A bird.
Thank you so much. Everyone give Rhonda a hand. Okay, so if you see me going back and forth to read something, I have a set list because my memory is so bad with memorizing the tricks to do in a row. For this next one here, would I be able to get 4 volunteers for this one? So if there's a table I would like to come up with each other, or I could select individually. Oh, perfect. Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you'd like to come up. Awesome. Everyone give her a hand. Okay, perfect. Everyone give this group a hand. All right. So I am just going to grab my deck of cards here. Perfect. And you're probably wondering what 4 people are going to do with a card trick. So it's going to be a little confusing at first, but we'll be able to do this. Who wants to shuffle the cards? You want to shuffle? Do you want to shuffle them? Does anyone want to just mix them up on the table with me? Perfect. Just mix up the cards. Perfect. And you can. Awesome. Are you happy with that shuffle? Okay. Here we'll. And what was your name?
Kane McNabb.
Pardon?
Kane McNabb.
Kane?
Yeah.
Everyone give Kane a hand for that shuffle. Perfect. And do you want to turn the deck face up? And then you can just spread the cards on the table. And then you could just make sure that it's a regular deck, correct?
Yeah, it's a regular deck.
Perfect. Nothing weird about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Do you want to cut the deck about halfway? Yeah, perfect. And here, we're gonna mark where you cut as well, just so that way we all don't forget. And you shuffle the deck, correct? So what we're gonna do is you guys are gonna basically do like a Simon Says, but with cards, okay? I won't be involved with it. I'll just be giving you kind of directions on what to do with the cards. But yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that card right there and just show everybody. Oh, sorry, you were supposed to say it. Sorry, here, we'll quickly do a shuffle and we'll grab a new one for you. So I forgot to mention that. All right, do you want to cut it halfway again? Perfect, yeah, we'll drop that there. Okay, so yeah, when you grab the card, just make sure we won't look, but everyone else will get to see it and you get to see it, okay? So perfect. Grab the card that you cut to there and show everybody, and then we'll all not look. And then you can put the card face down on the pile. And then you can just mix up the cards. Perfect. Oh, that was a really good mix-up. Might make it a little hard. All right. And then you guys could all come up forward now. And I'm going to make a few different piles for you guys, okay? So we'll have this pile there. We'll try to do maybe that many cards here. Maybe those there. And Maybe those there. Now, Kane, could you point to one of the decks? That one right there? And could you hand it to somebody? Perfect. And what was your name?
Milo.
Milo? Everyone give Milo a hand as well. And Kane, could you point to another one of those decks? That one over there? And could you hand it to somebody? Perfect. And what was your name?
Angel.
Angel. Everyone give Angel a hand. And then Milo, point to one more deck. That one there. And that will be yours. And what was your name?
Delilah.
Delilah. And everyone give Delilah a hand. And Milo, that's your pile there. So what you guys are going to do, here, I'll grab some cards to demonstrate here. What you guys are going to do is you're going to take, I'll get out of the way so you guys can actually see them. You're going to take some cards from the, actually, let's burn the top card. So that's something that we would do at like in poker or other games. So we'll take the top card and put it to the bottom of the pile, okay? So everyone take the top card, put it at the bottom pile. Perfect. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to just get rid of some cards. So from the top of the deck, just throw cards on. Don't do it yet, but from the top of the deck, you can just throw cards onto the table, and you can stop whenever you want, but make sure you have at least one card left in your hand. So just start throwing them from the top of the deck. Perfect. And you can stop whenever. Awesome. Perfect. And now what we'll do is just one more thing. We'll put these over here and then these here, and everyone still has their cards. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is do a visual count so that way everybody can see. So just follow me. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, or however many you have. So how much do you have there? One. And then how much do you have? Do you want to just count for 1, 2, 3? And then how much do you have? Those there. And how much do you have? Perfect. Awesome. So do you want it? Yeah, perfect. Here. We'll do that like that. So, Kane, at the very beginning, you shuffle the deck. You then chose a card, correct? You put the card back into the deck and then shuffle it again. And then you guys all shuffled your cards in your hands, threw cards onto the table, and now we're here. Would you be impressed if your card was in one of their piles? Yeah, it's not that impressive. Would you be impressed if your last card was your card? Do you want to turn over your last card? Do you want to show everybody? Do you know what's better than one queen, though?
Don't tell me all the other ones are queens.
I don't know. Do you guys want to turn over your cards?
Oh my god. Then these ones are just
Yeah.
wow.
Thank you guys so much for coming up. Everyone give them a round of applause. Awesome. Okay, so I just got to organize the pile here a bit. Is anyone here an avid reader? Anybody over there? Would one of you guys could come up here? Whoever enjoys reading the most. Okay. Got to organize these quick. All right. And what's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Everyone give Anthony a hand. All right, Anthony. Could you point to one of these books here? That one there? Okay, perfect. That'll be yours. And then this one will be mine. Could you take this and put it into your pocket? Perfect. So what we're going to do is kind of like a game that magicians like to play with each other. And we're going to try to guess each other's word that we're thinking. There's a bunch of different ways that you could do that. You could just ask questions. that would seem like a normal question, but you're trying to get information essentially. So it was Anthony, correct? You and I are gonna try to play that game with each other, okay? So here, I'm gonna go through the book just like this, and you're gonna tell me when to stop whenever, okay? And then you're gonna read the first word on the page, all right? Stop? Okay, perfect. Could you read the first word on the page there? Just keep it, but don't say it out loud. You got it?
Yes.
Perfect. So, you stopped whenever, correct? And then you read the first word on the page? Awesome. Could you just think of that word for me, please? Okay, perfect. I'm going to ask you a question. Would it be used to, is it like an action, or would it be used to like maybe describe somebody? It'd be to describe somebody? Okay. There's a bunch of different ways that you could describe people. Would it be more based on like the looks of the person? Okay. I have 2 words in mind, I think. Is the first letter a P? It is? Is it pretty? It's pretty? Awesome. But I said that you and I are going to play the game, right? So now you're going to guess my thought. So you're going to tell me when to stop here. Oh, sorry. Tell me when to stop. Right there. Could you go to page 243 in that book? Oh, is there too many? Oh, okay, well, we'll do it one more time. Here, tell me when to stop. 154. Go to page 154 and read the first word on page 154. And I won't look, I'll stay over here. Are you guys enjoying the magic trick so far? Perfect. And once you have the word, let me know. And you can close the book. Perfect. So remember how I said you're going to guess my thought, right? So I definitely believe in intuition, and I believe that people could sense when they need to either say something or they just get a feeling. And I think you got a feeling of when to stop on the page number that corresponded with that book. Remember that paper I gave you at the beginning? Before I came here, I actually thought of a word and I wrote it down on that piece of paper. Do you want to pull it out? What was the word that you read in the book?
No.
Was it X-ray?
Yes.
Here, we're gonna try one more thing. This time, we're gonna make it completely random, okay? You're gonna close your eyes, and don't feel bad. This book is taking a beating, but you're gonna close your eyes and just, I'll show you as an example. Close your eyes and just tear out a page, okay? And then with your eyes closed, fold it into 4 pieces, just like that, okay? So here you go.
Okay.
With your eyes closed, just tear out any page and then fold it into 4 pieces. I actually really liked the book and I never finished it yet. Perfect, and 4 pieces. Perfect. And then here, you can put it into the box there. And you can look now, yeah. Perfect. And we'll put the box over here, and we'll close the book. And to really randomize it, I'm going to get Anthony here to, have you guys ever sat like in your bed on like your iPhone with the timer and just kind of like spin on it endlessly? That might have sounded really sad, but probably better ways I can fill my time. So that's what we're going to do, Anthony. Okay. So we're just going to give it a spin like that to get a random number. So that would have been 13, right? This would have been, let's see, wait for it to stop spinning. Wow, 13 again. That was actually really cool. All right. Do you want to give it a spin? 16, right? And then same thing for that side there. So that would have been 2, but do you want to give it a, so 16 and 9. So we're using the minutes and seconds. So 169, so 169, right? You tore out a random page from the book, right? With your eyes closed? You stopped on 169 total for this?
Did I?
Well, 16 and 9, I guess. Do you want to, here,
No, if it's
do you want to,
one.
what page number is that you ripped out? Is it 169?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Everyone give Anthony a round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay. Would I be able to get 2 volunteers that have cell phones? If that's possible. Anyone in the front? Anyone at those tables? 2 volunteers with cell phones. Perfect. Awesome. And then we just need one more person. Oh, I see someone pointing at someone at that table over there. Awesome. Everyone give them a round of applause. Perfect. And what was your name? Dawn. Nice to meet you. I guess you have the name tag right there. I could have easily have read that. And what was your name?
Jared.
Jared, nice to meet you. Oh, sorry, I should probably move this that briefcase there. Perfect. So would I be able to borrow, could you guys both go to your internet browsers? And let me know when you're there. Perfect. And can I borrow your phone? I'm going to make a prediction on it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with... let's see. Sorry, I'm just Googling it.
Kind of slow.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to load. That's all right. Okay, it's almost there. Perfect. I think, yeah, I'll stick with that. So put that there. And I can borrow your phone as well. And I'm going to also try to make a prediction here. Let's see. But I'll go into a different website here. Okay. There's the keyboard. Okay. This should be good, I think, actually. Actually, you can do it. I want you to just Google. Sorry, right there, perfect. Just search up I don't know, like a song, I guess, like song title and maybe the artist name as well. Something that would be on YouTube. Don't say it out loud. And let me know when you have it. It could be a funny video too. It could be kind of anything. Something that would be on YouTube. Even just like cat video.
You want me to Google it?
Did you search it there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And you can put your phone face down onto the table as well. Perfect. So I searched something on YouTube on your phone. and then you search something on Google that would be on YouTube, right? Or at least would have some sort of result, I guess. Would it be like something you would recognize if is it like a song or a funny video? Would it be something you recognize from the audio of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to grab your phone? And don't show Dawn, but yeah, you can take the phone. And is it on a page right now? Not yet? Here, do you want to put your phone over here? We'll keep it face up. Oh, you can turn face up now. Oh, you're on kids' YouTube, so okay. Okay, so yeah, there was an error in, for some reason had an error there. So this will be a little harder then. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I searched up, I guess. But I'll use my phone and I'll go onto Spotify. Let's see. So this is what I had searched up, and I hope you. Was that what you searched? Okay, awesome. Yeah, when I was on YouTube, I hit the search, but it was still loading, and I didn't know it loaded onto YouTube Kids, so it got blocked. Thank you so much. That's definitely a first. Okay. You guys are probably wondering what this lemon's been doing here. Would I be able to, let's see. Do one of you guys want to come up? Do you want to come up? Oh, so over there. You can come up after. And what was your name? Megan? Everyone give Megan a round of applause. All right, Megan. Oh, you can come over here. That way people can see it a little easier. Here, could you take this, and could you just sign the 10 of hearts here? Just whatever you want. Smiley face. So Megan signed the 10 of hearts with the smiley face there. All right. So we're going to take the 10 of hearts, and here. Megan, you're going to help me out a little. Oh, what the? Did you guys see where that went? Kind of weird, hey? Did you drop it maybe? Did it fall in your pocket? Is it in your pocket? That'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be magic. Do you want to grab the butter knife? Do you want to just cut down the middle there? Yeah. Oh, careful. Yeah, perfect. Oh, wait, maybe stop there. Do you see something in there? Do you want to grab it? Do you want to show everybody? Yeah, you can make sure they match. Ten hearts. Do you want to keep the lemony card? Okay, so this next trick is definitely a bit of an odd one. I would definitely need a volunteer that isn't squeamish. Over there? Perfect. Do you have? Yeah. And what was your name?
Lukewarm water.
Nice. Nice to meet you. Everyone give Tyler a round of applause. All right, Tyler, we're going to come over here onto this side. And I'm just going to quickly grab these here. Okay. So do you have your phone on you? Okay, that's okay. I'll use mine for this one. I like to give people the weird souvenir, though. You're going to have to hold it for me, though, if that's all right.
Hold it this way?
Yeah, sure.
Like this?
So, does anyone have a fear of needles?
You can wipe me off too.
Do you have a fear of needles?
Do I have fear of needles?
Yeah.
No, not even. I got like 18 piercings.
That's
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe you could do the trick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So you're gonna have to. It's hard to explain, but I'll show you. So,
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
So this is a fish hook. Kind of like a needle, right?
Okay.
In a second, this is gonna go in my mouth.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm cool with that.
Your job, and you have to do it,
Set the hook.
is you have to choose one of the strings and pull as hard as you possibly can.
I could do that.
One string is tied,
Okay.
3 are not.
Okay. But I choose one.
You get to choose 3.
I choose 3 and pull them all
Yeah.
at the same time. Okay.
Not at the same time, one by one, one by
Okay,
one.
all right. I got you. Let me clear.
And to make sure I don't talk or give hints,
A round of applause for this guy for letting him letting me up here to do this, you guys. Let's give him a round of applause. He's putting his life in his hands, in my hands here.
all right. This is a needle.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. It's through. Take 3 or just pull them all at once or just one at a time. So first one, right? And just yank it out, right?
Go.
Give me a 3 count.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, okay. 1. Okay. Let's go. I'm ready. Count to 3. No, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sweating here, man. You're not even sweating. Okay.
Don't be nervous, Tyler.
Don't be nervous. Your name Tyler too? No, just kidding. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna pull. 3, 2.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to pull that one.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
Keep one of these.
For sure. You can if you want. You want to keep the needle? No. Everyone give Tyler a round of applause. Bit of a weird trick. Has anyone ever seen that done before here? Not very common at parties, I imagine. All right. Let's put that there. Oh, sorry, 1 sec. So just a bit of post cleanup for it. All right. Usually I end on that one, but I kind of wanted to do it. I was getting excited. So let's see here. Perfect. Awesome. Can I get the next volunteer? Has anyone from that middle, have any of you guys come up yet? Perfect. Everyone give her a round of applause. And what was your name? Shanae? Nice to meet you. Have you been enjoying how have you been enjoying the tricks? That's good. All right, we can come around to this side. I think it's working better for visually. So I'm just gonna give the deck just a cut here, and then you're just gonna tell me when to stop, okay? Stop. Right there, perfect. So that'll be your card there, and the card above it, the 6 of clubs, will be my card. And I can see your card, it's okay. So what was your card? It's the 6 of hearts. Wow. So I got 6 of clubs, 6 of hearts. Kind of cool, actually. Okay, so could you grab that Sharpie there? And here, could you, oh, perfect. Yeah, just open it up. Awesome. So I'm going to sign my card across just like that. And here, you could take the Sharpie, and then you're going to sign your card across. Okay? Perfect. And I'm going to take the 2 cards here, the 6 of clubs and 6 of hearts, and we're just going to bend them, okay? Hopefully I don't drop them. I've done that before. And we're just going to tear down the middle. Perfect. Could you take these pieces? So you have the 6 of hearts and 6 of clubs, 2 pieces, and hold your hand flat. Perfect. And take your other hand, put it on top. Perfect. And I have these 2 pieces, the 6 of hearts and 6 of clubs. I want you to pretend like, or not even pretend, I want you to use your body heat in your hands and just really focus on binding the 3 layers of a playing card back together with the glue that is in them. That'd be kind of cool if you could do that, right? I think you just did. Do you want to open up your hand? Do you want to look at the pieces? And here, look. Here you go. Perfect. You can keep those if you want. Awesome. Could I, let's see here. Just gotta make sure I have all my playing cards. That's where it gets confusing sometimes because you start going through a ton of them. Okay, perfect. Would I be able to get 2 volunteers up here? Someone from that table, I guess. I haven't. Perfect. Yeah, and then maybe I'll get someone on this side of the room too. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you can come up. Anyone from that table? Yeah. Awesome. Hello, what's your name? Hazel?
Kazan.
Kazan. Nice to meet you. Everyone give Kazan?
Yes.
Everyone give Kazan a round of applause. Hello again. Okay. So, who's good at shuffling? Okay. Do you want to give the shuffling a try this time? Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I just mix them up. However you want to do it. Perfect. That should be enough cards. And just shuffle the cards up, however you would like. Perfect. And then, would you like to give them a shuffle too? I'll move these off the way for you guys. That's definitely a good shuffle. Do you want to mix them up too? Oh, that's all right. Oh, you can just leave them. You just shuffle those ones. You'll see why. It's not important if we have the entire deck, I guess, but okay, perfect. You'll see why in a second here. Well, you can come over here, and I'm just going to start tearing the cards. Just like this. Face up into face down. Just like this. This one's probably going to be too obvious, so throw that one away. And then you could just tell me when to stop whenever. Everyone says it immediately because it's so boring to watch someone just go through the cards like that. And would you be able to hold the cards just like this carefully? They're new, so they're going to be a little slippery. And then could you take some cards from the top and just put them right at the bottom? Perfect. And just one more time. Take some cards from the top and put them right to the bottom. Awesome. Could you put the cards behind your back? And take either the top or bottom card and put it in your pocket, but don't look at it. Perfect. And I'll take the rest. Awesome. We'll put those over there. Now you're going to help me out a little tiny bit, okay? Could you tell me when to, here. Tell me when, actually just point to the back of a card quick. That one there?
Yes.
Here you go. Perfect. Could you put that face down on the table? Perfect. And could you take your card face down and put it on the table as well? Perfect. So, Kazan, you chose a card while looking, correct? While looking, you chose a card?
No.
Without looking, you chose a card, right? Do you see how the tears kind of look similar? Kind of weird, hey? Do you want to turn over your card that you chose? You chose the 7 of spades. Which card did you choose behind your back? You don't want to look? Everyone give them a round of applause. Oh, but wait. Okay. Actually, you can, one of you guys can stay. Okay. I guess you're closest, yeah. Could you hold your hands just quickly, flat like this? Maybe just a little higher, just like that. And then make 2 fists. Perfect. And here, we can come over here. And could you shake one of your fists? That one there, are you sure? Do you want to change your mind?
No.
Okay, perfect. You can drop that fist then. Keep that one closed. Make sure I can't get to it. Do you have a favorite number between 1 and 10? What is it? 7. So I wrote a 7 on my hand here. And my favorite seat is a spade. So we're going to take the 7 of spades, okay? It'll be a lucky number. And here you go. Use some water. It's permanent, so it's hard to get off completely. We're going to take the 7 of spades off of my hand. And you chose that hand, right? Do you want to open up your hand? It's right there.
What?
The 7 of spades.
No. No.
You want to show everybody? Yeah, I guess it's upside down, so it can look like an L. Everyone give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. Yeah, I looked at that. I was like, oh, that looks like an L and then like a weird heart. All right. So towards the end of all my shows, it gets so hectic trying to keep up with all the decks. So bear with me a little tiny bit. Who here's good, has ever played poker, I guess, and is familiar with it? Has anyone here played poker before? Or at least is familiar with it? What, you have? Do you want to come back up? This one requires everyone give a round of applause for the repeat. This one requires a bit of poker knowledge, I guess. So you're familiar that with in poker, 5 cards make a hand then, right? Okay, well, I guess you get dealt 2 cards, but in total, the 5 will complete the hand. So you're gonna essentially grab a poker hand from the cards, okay? But just grab a group of 5 cards at once. So I just reach in and grab a group of 5. So those right there. Perfect. And then could you just fan them in front of your face, and I won't look. Yeah, just fan them in front of your face, and I'll turn around. And then could you think of one of those cards? Just think of one of them.
Okay.
Perfect. You got it?
Yeah.
Could you take it and put it behind your back, just the card that you're thinking of? Or sorry, the packet. The packet. The packet, put it behind your back, and then shuffle it up. And then when you're done, fan the cards in front of your face again. Perfect. Happy?
Yeah.
Perfect. Do you want to change your mind on the card that you're thinking of, or
No.
would you be impressed if I can guess the card that you're thinking of?
I'm pretty impressed.
Might be a little hard. I might need some help here. All right. Let me see. Could you repeat after me? Ace 2 3 4 5
Ace 2 3 4 5
6 7 8 9
6 7 8 9
10
10
Jack Queen King,
Jack King
and then clubs hearts,
clubs heart
spades diamonds.
spades diamond.
Perfect. And you're thinking of one card, correct?
The same card that I thought of before.
Yeah. I don't think you went with the I don't think you went with the 2 of diamonds.
No.
Do you want to put that onto the table?
Okay. Okay.
I also don't think you went with the Jack of Hearts. Do you want to put that one on the table? I also don't think you went for, see, this is where I'm torn, because you have 3 cards left, right?
No. Is that pretty hard?
Oh, sorry, you have 3 cards left, right?
There are 3 cards, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess, speaking of 3s, I don't think you went with the 3 of spades. Do you want to put that on the table? Oh, you went with the 3 of spades? Oh, interesting. For some reason, I thought you would have. Oh, did you maybe change your mind
Yeah.
from a previous one?
Yeah. Originally, yeah.
It was probably a higher one too, right? And that one probably would have been too obvious, I imagine, because you probably were thinking, oh, well, this is a really good card. So you probably went with the low card, the 3 of spades, to maybe throw me off, which I guess it did work. Do you want to put? I don't think you went with the 8 of spades. Do you want to put that on the? And that leaves you with 1 card, right? Is that the one? Is the card that you're holding the one that you would have originally went with?
Oh, yeah, I got 2 cards left here.
Oh, you have 2 cards left still? Is 1 red and 1 black?
No.
No? Oh, this might be a little difficult. I might have to just guess the one that you may have originally went with. Did you originally go with the maybe the King of Clubs?
No, I stuck with the 3 spades.
The 3 spades.
I'm
But-
kind of confused.
so you didn't go. So you didn't go with the King of Clubs.
Well, gee, no.
You can put that
Okay.
onto the table as well. And you're holding one card, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the three of spades?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But I don't know how you got all those other cards.
Thank you. Okay. Does someone want to come up and is comfortable with using a timer? If that if that makes sense. Sure, yeah. Everyone give Dale a hand. Okay, so here, one sec. I'm just going to reshuffle these a bit and then put them in here. All right. Sorry, just gotta organize these up. I'll grab the rest of them from down here. Perfect. So, Dale, would you be able to just grab a card for me, please? Whichever one you would like. Perfect. And then you could just show everybody as well. Awesome. And I could actually take a peek at it as well. Perfect. And we're going to come over here as well, just so that way it's easier to see again. And then would you be able to just sign your card on the front there? Just giving a bit of a table. Perfect. And we're going to take your card and just fold it. Do you want to hold it in your hand? And you could put your hand on top of your card now. Perfect. And just for simplicity, I'm just going to grab the next card down, the Jack of Clubs. So I'm just going to sign just like that. So my card's Jack of Clubs. Yours is the Five of Clubs, I believe, right? So here, look. I'll take my card, the Jack of Clubs, and did you feel that? Did you feel that? Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, sure. Perfect. But I remember I said that you're going to time me, right? So could you come over here? We're going to utilize the table here. And we'll give these a shuffle. And as I'm shuffling, just name a card. Whichever one.
Allowed?
Yeah, yeah.
Two of clubs.
The Two of Clubs. Are you sure? Or do you want to change your mind?
Two of clubs.
Two of Clubs? Okay. So you are going to time me here. So I'm going to start dealing cards down just like this, okay? And as soon as I start doing that, you're going to hit start and pretend like that was the Two of Clubs. That would have been so cool if that was a Two of Clubs. That would have been. But if that was a Two of Clubs, then you're just going to hit stop. Okay?
As soon as I see the two clubs.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as it, yeah. So just hit start now. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right there, perfect. So, not the best time, right? Definitely could have been a little faster. But do you know what's interesting? You stopped on 16 seconds and 10 milliseconds, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to open up that deck of cards? What's 16 plus 10? 26, right? Yeah, take out the cards and just deal down 26 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26, right? Yeah, put that perfect. You named any cards you want to. You could have stopped there, which that would have been like 90. You could have stopped there. That would have been 34. You could have stopped there. That would have been another one. But you stopped on 10 or 16 seconds and 10 milliseconds, right?
Yeah.
That's how long it took me. You dealt down the 26 cards. Do you want to turn over that last card there? There's 2 clubs, you said?
This-
Yeah, sure.
2 clubs. 2 clubs.
Thank you so much. Everyone give him a round of applause. And I guess that brings me to the end. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you.